Hello and welcome back to the GCP-Mindset channel. Today we'll talk about clinical research consulting for medical startups.
Welcome to the GCP-Mindset channel and all topics on clinical research.
In today's competitive healthcare landscape, medical startups are under immense pressure to innovate quickly while maintaining compliance with rigorous regulations. Whether you are developing a new medical device or testing a novel drug therapy, clinical trials are your gateway to proving efficacy, ensuring patient safety, and earning regulatory approval. However, many startups find themselves overwhelmed by the complexities of the clinical trial process. This is where clinical research consulting can offer substantial value. By engaging experts who specialize in regulatory pathways, trial design, patient recruitment, and quality assurance, a startup can dramatically increase the likelihood of completing a successful trial on time and within budget. In this comprehensive guide, we will explore the various facets of clinical research consulting and provide practical advice on how to effectively use these services to accelerate your journey to market. Clinical research consulting is a broad field encompassing services such as regulatory guidance, statistical analysis, patient recruitment strategies, quality assurance, and more. Consultants serve as trusted advisors who can navigate intricate regulations, identify potential pitfalls, and recommend solutions tailored to your specific product and target patient population. 1. Regulatory guidance. Consultants familiar with agencies like the FDA and EMA help interpret guidelines and align your trial design with regulatory expectations. 2. Statistical analysis. Biostatisticians advise on the optimal sample size, power calculations, and data analysis techniques to ensure meaningful results. 3. Patient recruitment. Specialized consultants leverage analytics, outreach initiatives, and patient-centric strategies to enroll a diverse and representative patient pool. 4. Quality assurance. QA professionals help maintain high data integrity, oversee good clinical practice adherence, and prepare for audits or inspections. For a medical startup with limited resources and expertise, having access to consultants can mean the difference between a streamlined clinical trial and a stalled one. Let us talk about crafting your clinical development plan. A solid clinical development plan, CDP, is a strategic map that outlines every step of your trial process across Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3 studies. This includes 1. Study objectives and endpoints. Determining clear success criteria, for example, improved patient outcomes, fewer adverse events, or higher efficacy rates. 2. Target patient population. Pinpointing the demographics, disease stage, and other eligibility criteria that define which patients should be included. 3. Regulatory requirements, scheduling interactions and submissions to regulatory agencies to align with major milestones in the trial timeline. 4. Resource allocation, budgeting for staffing, patient recruitment campaigns, data monitoring, and any outsourced services. A consultant's role in crafting the CDP is invaluable. By leveraging their experience from previous trials, they can identify common pitfalls, such as overestimating enrollment numbers or underestimating data management complexity, and help you refine objectives and methodologies to meet both scientific and regulatory expectations. Let me give you some practical tips for startups. 1. Start developing your CDP as early as possible, even before finalizing your product design. 2. Involve consultants in internal strategy meetings so they can align the CDP with your overall business objectives. 3. Review and update your CDP periodically, especially if you pivot or make changes to your product's features or intended use. Let us have a look at navigating regulatory pathways. Regulatory submissions can be daunting, especially for startups navigating them for the first time. Consultants with regulatory expertise help you understand the nuances of different pathways. For example, PMA in the US, or CE marking and MDR in Europe, ensuring your protocols align with the requirements in each region. Key areas where regulatory consultants add value. 1. Protocol development. They ensure the study design meets scientific and ethical standards while also fulfilling agency expectations. 2. Documentation and submissions. From investigational device exemption applications to investigational new drug filings, consultants review and polish all documentation before submission. 3. Communication with regulators. Consultants often serve as intermediaries, facilitating meetings with regulatory officials and clarifying feedback or requirements. By positioning your trial for success from a regulatory standpoint, you reduce the likelihood of rejections, additional requests for data, or time-consuming back and forth with agencies. The integrity of your study results depends on a well-conceived statistical plan. Biostatisticians bring clarity to 1. Sample size calculation, determining how many participants you need to detect a real effect or difference. 2. Adaptive trial designs, using interim data to make real-time adjustments, such as dropping an ineffective arm or adding a new patient cohort, can shorten timelines and conserve resources. 3. Data analysis and interpretation, ensuring the results are analyzed correctly so that you can confidently present your findings to regulators, investors, and potential partners. Let us look at practical tips for startups. 1. Involve a statistical consultant early, ideally when designing your protocol, to avoid underpowered or overpowered studies. 2. Use clear success metrics and endpoints that regulators find meaningful. 3. Keep your data analysis plan flexible but grounded in established statistical principles. Let us talk about overcoming patient recruitment challenges. Patient recruitment can be one of the largest bottlenecks in a clinical trial. If you fail to enroll enough participants on schedule, you risk extending timelines and inflating costs. Consultants specializing in recruitment and retention can help in several ways. 1. Data and analytics. By examining epidemiological and demographic data, consultants can pinpoint where your target patient population resides and tailor outreach strategies to these areas. 2. Patient-centric outreach. Craft educational materials and messaging that address patient concerns or misconceptions. This could involve collaborations with patient advocacy groups, social media campaigns, or local community events. 3. Streamlined enrollment. Simplifying the enrollment process, for example, with digital consent forms, remote appointments, and flexible study schedules to remove logistical barriers. 4. Retention strategies. Continuous patient engagement through regular updates, clear communication about potential side effects, and simple token incentives goes a long way in retaining participants. Let us talk about quality assurance. Quality assurance, QA processes, ensure that your trial adheres to good clinical practice, maintains data integrity, and is ready for inspections at any time. QA consultants perform routine audits, reviewing trial documentation, data collection methods, and record-keeping practices. Identify compliance gaps, spot potential issues such as missing source documents or incomplete case report forms before they become problems during an inspection. Inspection readiness. Prepare your team to host regulatory inspectors or third-party auditors, ensuring you know what to expect and how to respond to potential findings. For startups, robust QA measures can be a strong selling point when attracting investors or partners, as they indicate a thorough approach to product development and risk management. And what about risk management and strategic planning? Clinical trials come with inherent risks, delays due to unforeseen technical issues, compliance oversights, or even patient safety concerns. Consultants guide you through 1. Risk identification. Brainstorming sessions to pinpoint where your trial could experience setbacks, enrollment bottlenecks, supply chain disruptions, or non-compliance. 2. Mitigation strategies, establishing contingency plans such as backup clinical sites or streamlined vendor management protocols. 3. Project management, coordinating schedules, budgets, and deliverables to ensure all moving parts of the trial align with your broader business objectives. Medical startups often juggle multiple vendors, labs for sample testing, third-party logistics, data management software providers, etc. It's easy for oversight to slip if no one is looking at the big picture. Vendor assessment. Consultants compare potential vendors on quality, reliability, cost, and compliance track record. Process mapping. Detailed mapping of trial workflows to identify bottlenecks, redundancies, or steps that could be automated. Ongoing monitoring, setting key performance indicators for vendors, and regularly reviewing whether they meet agreed-upon standards or timelines. What about the competitive edge for medical startups? For a resource-strapped startup, every decision can significantly impact your runway, market entry time, and overall success. Clinical research consulting can help you with saving time by reducing back and forth with regulators and streamlining processes. Cuts costs by preventing errors that can lead to expensive trial extensions or reworks. Boosts credibility in the eyes of investors, partners, and regulators who appreciate thorough planning and adherence to best practices. Ultimately, the goal is to bring life-changing treatments and devices to patients faster, more efficiently, and with the highest standards of safety and efficacy. Consulting services are not just an optional extra, they're often a strategic necessity in ensuring your innovation reaches the people who need it most. Let us have a look at some practical steps for engaging clinical research consultants. First, do your homework. Compile a clear scope of work and specific objectives before starting the search for a consultant. Second, ask for case studies. Request examples of past projects or testimonials to gauge the consultant's track record. Third, check credentials. Ensure consultants have relevant certifications and experience in your therapeutic area. Fourth, negotiate clear terms. Include well-defined deliverables, timelines, and communication protocols in your contract or statement of work. Fifth, maintain ongoing dialogue. Schedule regular check-ins to track milestones, address challenges early, and adapt your strategy as needed. Clinical research consulting offers medical startups a guiding hand through the intricate world of clinical trials, providing crucial insights that can save time, money, and resources. By partnering with specialists in strategy, regulation, recruitment, and quality, you can build a foundation that sets your trials and your company on the path to success. The sooner you integrate these consulting services into your planning, the easier it will be to overcome obstacles and reach your ultimate goal, improving patient care with innovative solutions. Thank you for watching our video, and we hope that you found it informative. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more content on clinical research.